Welcome back to HADO UK Coventry. We are at the Coventry local today, which will consist of 6 teams. We're just doing an introduction with Ash, so I'll let you have a listen.
We don't have, we do have a ref, which is Jim downstairs. He's watching the live stream. He's on it, he's chipping in and stuff, but we're limited on stuff. So what we want to do as a community is if we could all be running the games through the laptop. So if Team Synergy are in a game, we are not allowed to run that laptop. If somebody else, maybe Josh or somebody else, or whatever is happy to just start and stop the game and stuff. All you need to do is start and stop the game. Hopefully most people know what they're doing anyway. And then obviously all the other games we're happy to sort of take control of that and keep track of the scores and stuff. But as a community, we can all just run the tournament together if that's okay.
Yes.
Yes! That's all right. That's all right. Oh, any questions? This is good. Right, first game. Team No on the blue team apparently. Coventry Storm on the red team. Let's go.
That's right. Hopefully you heard that. If you didn't hear that, today we have 6 teams together to play the best of 3. So that's whoever wins the first 2 games takes that win. They'll be starting shortly with Team No versus Cosmic Storm for the first game. Team No is on the blue side and Cosmic Storm is on the red side.
Scores and stuff are here if you need them.
Here we are with Cosmic Storm and No, just preparing before they start their match.
Right, good, yeah. Players, are you ready?
And they're about to get started. Just a reminder, this is the best of 3. Here we go. Looks like we've got mostly fast charge rates, I believe. Or that high bullet scale. Here we are. Yes, that's a high bullet scale from both teams with a quite an average speed at level 3 or 4 for both sides. No team's going for shield, so they've got a very weak shield for each team. So we're not going to be focusing on shielding, we're going to be focused on dodging. There we go, 1 shield up for Team No. Staying behind it very nicely. And there goes another shield for Team No. Seems to be working quite well, but then they're having a 3-point lead. Good start for Cosmic Storm as well, catching back up, reducing that lead to just to 2 points. But quickly divided by Team No's massive lead of 6 points, up to 8. Cosmic Storm needs to start dodging these bullets if they can, and attack and move up, so then Team No has to focus on that dodging. Great shot from Cosmic Storm, taking out that full petal. Really good game with only 6 seconds left. Let's see who can take it. It seems to be No with that massive 7-point lead. And there we go. First game goes to Team No. As you can see from the stats, it seems that by the second half, Team No took that by a storm. with most of the MVP points going to Team Nose, but good job from Cosmic Storm for using the most bullets there, most likely because of their higher speed. Yes, they had a very high charge rate in one of the players on Cosmic Storm at 4. Here we go as they get ready for the next match. So let's see if they change any of their tactics. Maybe Cosmic Storm will build on more shields so they don't have to dodge as much. Or will Team No focus on shields?
45 seconds.
30 seconds left until they start playing. Our apologies for the glare at the top of the left-hand screen. We'll be sorting that soon. Some good head flicks in the preparations from Cosmic Storm and sliding. So hopefully we see a bit more of that in this next game. If Team No takes it, they win this match. Here we go. So both sides have not got any shields. They're focused on dodging and attacking. We'll see if Cosmic Storm, if this works out for Cosmic Storm, given that last time it didn't. If they can focus on their dodging and sliding, it will really help them take it back. Both teams staying right at the back of the banner, not pushing forward. Seems to be all working for Team No quite well. There we go, Cosmic Storm pushing up forward with that shield. Maybe it'll help them get a bit more aggressive on their attack. Some great dodging from Cosmic Storm as well. There we go, player 4 from Team No pushing up with a shield. Some great shooting from Team No with their accuracy quite high. Wow, Team No's stat build exactly the same for each of their players. Those bullet scales are massive, so it's very hard for Cosmic Storm to be dodging those. And the aggressive approach from Team No seems to be working out by taking a huge lead. With only 3 seconds left, Cosmic Storm is unable to catch back up.
No moving.
So there we go, that's the first game, and goes to Team No.
Players, put your kit on the floor. Baby them. Logan, sit down.
So next up, it will be Synergy versus Agents of HADO.
Next game, Synergy red, Agents blue.
As we wait for these teams to switch round, a few games that are highly anticipated with a lot of action are T-Wolves versus Agents of HADO. They will be a very good match. Another one will be T-Wolves versus No and Agents versus No. So those are top 3 teams that will bring out some really competitive gameplay, which hopefully you'll be staying in tune for. Synergy, as being the second ranked team in the UK, will be facing a few challenges with Team No and T-Wolves. That will be later on in the day. go. Looks like it's about to get started. Both teams seem to be ready. I expect Synergy to be taking this one, given that they are higher up in the league. With Ash telling me that he's going to be doing 360s during these matches. So that's something to look out for. If you get an eye on it, clip it, send it to us. Synergy will go for a very aggressive attack, so high charge rate with a high bullet scale and speed. I think Agents of HADO will be going for a more defensive approach, so focusing on Shielder and then the two assassin and tactician types, just in case that Synergy decides to bring up shields. But here we go, let's get started. Straight up, Ash going straight in the aggressive approach. Putting a shield, level 1 shield that goes down very quickly. Agents of HADO decided not to go for any shields, instead they're going for a high charge rate with an assassin type build, trying to take down any pesky shields that Synergy may have brought up. But it seems to be Agents of HADO who takes the first point, quickly followed up by Synergy recuperating that again 1 point back. Player 2 on Team Synergy, going for a very frontal approach, being quite aggressive, dodging well, ducking, diving, all that good stuff. Agents of HADO, on the other hand, staying not far at the back, not pushing up very much, just trying to snipe them away. 3-3, very close match. 4-3 to Agents of HADO. Is this going to be a big upset? Very good shooting from and accuracy from Agents of HADO. They're dodging well, moving well, side to side to dodge those large scales. Well, a slide from the front from player 2. And dodging. 10 seconds left, 1 point in it. Can Agents of HADO bring it back? 3 seconds left. Oh, Synergy takes the point at the end, leading to a 6-4 lead. Very competitive middle game in the 20 to 40 second mark, with each team pushing each other to the limits and getting a very good scores in. Synergy takes it at the end though. Here we can see their different scale stats. So player 2 going for a very high speed and a smaller scale, but try and get those hits in. Let's see what they'll do for the second game. Will they go for shielding? No teams have so far. I think it'll be quite interesting to see how someone else deals with it. But with an assassin like Ash on Team Synergy, it's hard to keep those shields up because they get destroyed so quickly. We can see both teams discussing different tactics. Synergy on the left, Agents of HADO on the right. Once again, these are best of 3 games. So if Team Synergy takes this, they'll take the match against Agents of HADO. If Agents of HADO takes this next round, they'll even it up for 1 more game. 30 seconds left until they start. Agents of HADO seeming they're going for a higher, large bullet scale. Here we go. No shielders on both sides. Very similar stat builds from both teams. Let's see if Agents of HADO can bring this back. Good push up from Agents of HADO to the front with the shield to distract Synergy, allowing the other team to try and get in shots. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Synergy takes out that player at the front, leading to a 2-point lead. Some great slides from Synergy, very aggressive this time, staying at the front line. focusing on that dodging, so then they can get those hits in. Neha, player 3 on Synergy, staying at the back, just sniping those who aren't paying attention to her. It's a very clever tactic. I think Agents of HADO, if they focus on Neha instead of being distracted by those front players, they can get some more points in. Agents of HADO doing a good job dodging those large bullet scales, but they need to be a bit more accurate to get those points in. One of the players from Agents had a pushing up, but unfortunately getting taken out as they push up. It seems to be a Synergy win with only 5 seconds left and a 5-point lead. Can Agents HADO bring it back? Unfortunately they can't, leading to 8 with a win for Team Synergy. It seems like Synergy definitely flowed a lot better during that game. Looks like they had been warmed up and led to that dominant victory. Fantastic plays from both sides. Agents of HADO doing a good job trying to keep up with Team Synergy's aggressive approach.
I'll do it.
Next teams up will be T-Wolves versus Warpstar. So T-Wolves is another team that are very high up in the competitive scene. They seem like they'll be a very difficult team to be fighting today. And we are back. Warpstar versus T-Wolves. So, Warpstar is the first team to bring in shield. This is going to be quite an interesting strategy. Let's see if T-Wolves can beat it. Oh, so T-Wolves doesn't have a very high charge rate with only 2 points in charge rate. They're focused on a high bullet scale and speed. So that shielder for Warpstar should be very beneficial in this scenario. If they can get their shields up and push up a bit further forward, they can definitely utilize that shield and be very much more aggressive. Seems very even so far. 3-3. Those shields come in a massive hand. T-Wolves trying to claw it back there, breaking down those shields, but because they don't have a high charge rate, they can't break those shields down very quickly. Good shield from Warpstar. They need to get behind it, and their attackers need to get their accuracy up to get those KOs. Unfortunately, the shield goes down as one of the Warpstar members pushes forward. Good shot and dodge from Warpstar. Very close match, 7-6. 8-6 with only 2 point difference. Can they break through those shields and get those hits in? Oh, unfortunately they can't. T-Wolves takes the win against Warpstar. Warpstar shield, I think, needed to push up a bit further, and the attackers from Team Warpstar needed to utilize that shield a bit more, stay behind it so they don't get hit by T-Wolves attackers. T-Wolves doing a good job though, even though they had a really low charge rate, getting rid of those shields and taking out the enemy. Decent accuracy from T-Wolves as well, 20% to 30%, as we wait for the next game to get started. Both teams seem to be discussing their strategy, seeing what they can do to improve. Let's see, Warpstar, I think, will go for another shielder. I think maybe even 2 shielders and have 1 assassin, or tactician, I mean. T-Wolves are definitely going to be using that a higher charge rate to get rid of those shields now that they know that they have a shielder. I'll be surprised if they don't. 15 seconds before they get started. Here we go. Yeah. As expected, Warpstar has a shielder, and T-Wolves now have gone for a higher charge rate to get rid of those shields quickly. That shielder from Team Warpstar won't be as helpful this time because of that higher charge rate, but if they can help their accuracy from Team Warpstar, it'll be much better. And shocking news, if you look at the stats, player 5 has only spent 5 points, and that's on Team Warpstar. That is a big mistake. They have lost out on a massive advantage, but even despite that, they are actually winning 2 points ahead. This is an incredible gameplay. Maybe they wanted to make it easier for T-Wolves by spending less points. But for whatever reason, only spending 5 points has seemed to be worked, and they're at 2-point lead. Their shield on Warpstar hasn't been using their shields as much. Oh, as I say that, they put up another shield. Really good job with only 15 seconds left. T-Wolves can pull this back. Let's see if they can pull it back. They need to break those shields to get through and get those KOs. 2 points left, 7 seconds left. It's a very tight match. Will they be able to take that win, Warpstar, even though using only 5 points? Yes, they will. A massive surprise. Fantastic work from Team Warpstar. Those shields helped a lot from Warpstar, and T-Wolves just didn't manage to dismantle them quick enough to get those kills. Despite only spending 5 points from player 5 on Team Warpstar, they managed to take the win, leading it to the final match. A fantastic job from both teams. Very tight match. You can see that T-Wolves fought back right at the end, but it just wasn't enough. Let's make sure that Warpstar doesn't make that same mistake. Spending all their points in allows them to just use a lot more resources and be able to take a high advantage against T-Wolves if they actually use all their points. But it seemed to have worked last time. Maybe if they accidentally don't use all their points in, they'll win again. 10 seconds left. Oh, 5 seconds left. Here we go. Let's keep track of their points. They're allowed to spend 6 points in total. Very similar build again. Shield out on Warp Star. And it seems to have happened again, I believe. Seems like T-Wolves is getting the accuracy up a lot higher this time, making sure they're sniping those tacticians. Once again, player 5 has only spent 5 points, not 6 points. That is a massive disadvantage for Team Warpstar. Despite that, they're doing quite well at keeping up with T-Wolves, with only a 2-point lead from T-Wolves. If Warpstar can push up and use those shields, that'll give them a huge advantage. It doesn't look like they're doing that. They're all crowding around at the back. They've got 3 more shields left from their shield there, and it's just not being used. A failed shield goes up because they got KO'd too quickly. We're going 1 point difference. They even it up. What a comeback from Warpstar. Unfortunately, they went into... That was an insane series of events. We'll need to replay that in future just to see what exactly happened just then. Here we are in overtime. First kill wins. Shields going up. Those shields are going to be massively helpful. Great job from Warpstar. Sniping down T-Wolves in overtime for the win. You can see that T-Wolves and Warpstar both got a point in the last second of that match, leading it into overtime. What a great job from Warpstar. Despite only spending 5 points from player 5, they have managed to take the win on both games that they did that. Well done. We'll have a little cooldown before the next game, which will be Agents of HADO versus No, which is one of the highly anticipated games because they're very evenly matched, and it's sure to bring out some very good gameplay. We'll go into the intermission screen while we get ready for the next game. Here we go. Next matchup. No versus Agents of HADO. Here we are. Both teams staying at the back. Focusing on attacking from afar. No shielders on either side. Both teams having one player with a high charge rate to get rid of any shields. But since no team have any shields, that isn't going to come in as much of a hand. Large bullet scales and speed to focus on a high attack and an aggressive approach. Agents of HADO losing 2 points, 3 points now. They need to focus on the dodge and perhaps get a bit more aggressive at the front. No slowly moving up halfway forward in front of the court. whereas Agents of HADO all mainly staying at the back. One person bravely going forward, it's sliding, ducking, doing a good job at dodging. They caught back up with 3 points now, but it's still having a 2-point difference from Team No. One shield goes up for Team No, quickly broken down by Agents for HADO. That high charge rate is helping to get rid of those shields. Speaking of, Team No quickly dismantles Agents of HADO's shield. With only 5 seconds left, can Agents of HADO get 3 kills? It does not look like it, so Team No takes the first match. First round goes to Team No. Most of the MVP marks going to players from Team No. Pretty good hit rate from Team No, all but one hitting above 20%. We can see that by the end, Team No had ran away with those points. Seconds left before this next game gets started. I think Agents of HADO will bring in a shielder this time. I think it's important for them to do so they can push up without needing to focus on dodging as much because it's high behind the shield. But let's see. Here we go. No shielders on either side again. They're just focusing on a very aggressive approach. Lower charge rate, but higher bullet speed and bullet scale from both teams. Let's see if Agents of HADO can focus on that dodge. Team No actually has one assassin type with a 4 charge rate. Here we go, no points yet. Team No takes the first point actually. Good dodging from Agents of HADO this time. And they're pushing forward, which is good to see. A shield quickly goes up as they push forward, so it blocks that aggressive approach. Agents of HADO retaliate with a shield of their own, but it doesn't help because it gets destroyed by the high charge rate player. Team No staying at the back this time a lot more. They're not needing to push up because their access is quite high, allowing them to get their points up higher. So a 4-point lead with only 30 seconds left. It seems to be a struggle for Agents of HADO to catch back up. Will Agents of HADO be able to get a few more points in? They do get 2 points in, but No counters that and gets a few more points. Some good movement from both teams. Team No has a huge lead, so they're not afraid to push up, and they take that win. 9-2 to Team No.
Next game, red team, Warpstar. Blue team, Cosmic.
If you didn't hear that, the next game is Warpstar versus Cosmic Storm. Here we go. Ready for the next match. Wolfstar versus Cosmic Storm. Warpstar versus Cosmic Storm. A shielder in Warpstar's team. And no shielder on Cosmic Storm. Let's have a look who can take this win. So Cosmic Storm has a high charge rate player to get rid of those shields. Warpstar focusing on shielding and then getting those attacks in. Let's see if they can use those shields a bit more. Those shields going up with 30 seconds gone already. There we go, there's the first shield. Quickly getting attacked by Cosmic Storm. And a second shield, which is really good to see. Will Wolfstar be able to take this win? Warpstar. It's a very tight match, 2-2 with 30 seconds left. Oh, a failed shield from Warpstar. Getting KO'd before they can put up that shield. 3-3, here we go again. They managed to put up the shield this time. But it's getting targeted down by Cosmic Storm, which allows Warpstar to get those hits in, because they're getting distracted. 5-3, 2-point difference. Here we go. Another shield, fourth shield down from their shielder on Warpstar. Dismantled, but because of that, it distracts Cosmic Storm to focus down that shield rather than focusing on the players, allowing Warpstar to take the first round. I think Cosmic Storm is getting too distracted from focusing down that shield and not attacking the players as much. It's good to take down shield, but if that's all you're focusing on, you're not getting points. We can see that Warpstar is also not hiding behind those shields. They're putting them up, running back. The shields are really there just for distraction from the looks of it. To get around that shield, they can shoot from corner to corner, so from the side of the shield, as the shield doesn't block that. They only block frontal attacks. Let's see if Cosmic Storm changes their tactics. Maybe go for 2 high charge rate players to get rid of those shields quicker. I think they're going to stick with the same strategy with 1 fast charge rate and both the other 2 players doing a tactician type build, so high speed and high scale. Warpstar seems to be working for them to focus on 1 shielder and the other 2 focus on attacking. 10 seconds left, here we go. Here we are. Next match. Once again, it's the same setup. Both teams, 1 shielder on Warpstar, 1 high charge rate on Cosmic Storm. I think a shield's going to go quite quickly for Warpstar this time, and I believe Cosmic Storm is going to get distracted by that shield, allowing other Warpstar players to get those hit kills in. That is my guess. Cosmic Storm unable to dodge those large bullet scales. There we go, there's a shield. There goes all the bullets into the shield, but it allows Warpstar to take out their other players that aren't getting distracted by it. Second shield, Warpstar this time hiding behind the shield, which is really good to see. A good tactics to see from Warpstar. It doesn't look like Cosmic Storm's getting distracted by those shields anywhere near as much, but they're just not attacking as much. It seems that their low charge rate is really affecting how much they can attack. Oh, it looks like there's a technical difficulty from Warpstar. One of their phones seems to have turned off, but it doesn't matter. Warpstar is still winning 5-3. Well done for Warpstar winning that. However, we may have to replay that match given that there was a technical difficulty. The judge will be up as he has been watching the stream to dictate whether or not that game needs to be replayed or what will happen then. Warpstar did win that match though. It's a very close match, but we'll soon find out. If you did not hear that, that is the game will be replayed due to technical errors. We'll be back with that game as soon as it starts. Go. The rematch is on. So it's Warpstar versus Cosmic Storm once again. Replaying just because of that technical error. Same builds from both sides. Charge rate 4 for Cosmic Storm. Shielder for Warpstar. All group talk from Cosmic Storm, which isn't a good idea because if one of those balls hit, can hit multiple of them. A shield goes up, which is good distraction. Another shield goes up. I think they're using their shields much better, just blocking all of their attacks. Cosmic Storm doesn't have the charge rate to take down those shields quick enough, allowing Warpstar just to hide behind them and snipe them down. 3-point lead, 4-point lead now for Warpstar. They're showcasing even better strengths and use of their resources compared to last game. An incredible showing. Wow. 8-point lead, 20 seconds left. Their shields have all been used up from their shielder, but because of that, they can just hide behind them. They don't need to push up, they don't need to dodge. Cosmic Storm needs to get rid of those shields, but they can't because they don't have a fast enough charge rate. It seems to be a massive win for Warp Star. Replaying that point did not change the outcome.
Are you okay? Do you need any update with that?
All good.
Next game. T-Wolves, red team.
Well done. Next up will be T-Wolves versus Synergy.
T-Wolves, let's go! Let's go, T-Wolves, let's go!
Synergy are just getting their last minute preparation sorted before the game starts. I believe this will be a close match. T-Wolves versus Synergy. It's great to see. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Here we go. Game start. No shielders for either team, focusing on a high bullet scale with bullet speed. So dodging is going to be key for both teams. Dodging and accuracy, that is. T-Wolves having 2 points, all members of T-Wolves having 2 points in charge rate, so they can shoot a little bit more compared to Synergy. But if their accuracy isn't there, Synergy will be able to take that win. Synergy doing a good job with dodging and attacking. A good mix of approaches. Wow, what a slide jump 12 from T-Wolves at the front, but unfortunately that's taken out. Good distraction, but it didn't work out for the T-Wolves. One shield goes up for Team Synergy. There's a weak shield, so it will quickly get broken down. That allows Synergy to distract T-Wolves just a bit more, focusing on their attack. 7-point lead from Team Synergy, 20 seconds left. Seems to be an overwhelming victory right now. T-Wolves need to get the accuracy in. Good job. They take out one of the members from Synergy. But with 10 seconds left, will they be able to take out the rest? A good roll from Synergy, dodging those points. And seems to have worked out. There's an 8-point lead for Team Synergy. great showing from Team Synergy and a very good accuracy with almost all 3 members having 30% or higher hit rate. One more game, 2 more games possibly, but I think it's going to be Synergy wins again. Unfortunate for T-Wolves, but that's just a guess. Maybe T-Wolves decide to bring in shielders, which I think will be highly advantageous for them. Because Synergy has not used any charge rate just yet for any of their games. So if T-Wolves can bring in those shields, they have a massive advantage against Synergy to take them out. Because Team Synergy just will not be able to break down those shields quick enough if they don't go for a charge rate build. There we go, we're about to get started. Here we go. No shields again. It's the exact same build from both teams. Will it be the exact same outcome as well? I think it will. Straight in there, both teams dodging well, shooting well. Ash on Team Synergy only having 1 petal left. All 3 players on T-Wolves only having 1 petal left, apart from player 2, I believe. A shield goes up from T-Wolves, quickly dismantled by Synergy. Good dodging, good sliding. T-Wolves takes the first point against them. Good job. A push-up and a 360 from player 4 on Team Synergy. 2 points, 3 points now from Team Synergy. With only a 1 point difference and 30 seconds left, is still a very close match. Good shooting, good dodging. Both sides are getting low and doing a lot of head flicks, which is good to see. 20 seconds left. The shield goes up for T-Wolves. No one's targeting it, allowing them to stay behind and snipe back. A good shot from T-Wolves taking out player 4 from Team Synergy. Unfortunately, it isn't enough. And Synergy wins, even with a slip at the end. Well done for both sides. Synergy reducing their hit rate by a tad, under 30% this time. We'll go over to the intermission screen and wait for the next game to start. That will be Agents of HADO versus Cosmic Storm. Here we are, Agents HADO versus Cosmic Storm. No shielders again for both sides. One high charge rate for Cosmic Storm. And it looks like all attacking from Agents of HADO. Quick snipe from Agents of HADO in the first 10 seconds, getting the first point in. Some good dodging from Agents of HADO, allowing them to break through and get that second hit. Push up from player 3 from Agents of HADO, but they get taken out. Both times they push up, unfortunately allowing Cosmic Storm to catch back up. With a 2-point difference, this game could go either way. 40 seconds left. Shields go up from both sides. Cosmic Storm ignoring the shield, but allowing Agents of HADO just to hide behind it and snipe them. Some good shooting from both sides. Agents of HADO getting that accuracy really high, which is good to see. 20 seconds left. Those high bullet scales are really hard to dodge, and it's really causing Cosmic Storm to not be able to dodge them. That's game over. 12-3 to Agents of HADO. A dominating victory. Really good accuracy from one of the Cosmic Storm players, actually, with 44.4%, but not as good as Agents of HADO, 53.8%, which is amazing to see. Highest one from today. We're just waiting for this next game to get started. Agents of HADO versus Cosmic Storm once again. Both teams just getting ready. There we go. Game's about to start. Let's see if they've got the same builds. Yes, they do, but Agents of HADO has actually bought in a shielder. That's interesting to see, because they won that game with such a strong lead. I don't think they would be changing their build up. Cosmic Storm does have a high charge rate player to take down those shields, so I'm not sure if this will actually work in Agents of HADO's advantage. Let's see if Cosmic Storm 1-1. That shield being very helpful for Agents of HADO, allowing them to hide behind it and snipe behind it. Some good accuracy as well. Cosmic Storm are trying to push forward, but it's unable to happen because they get KO'd instantly. Good job from both sides. Agents of HADO just really focusing on their attack. Not an aggressive approach. Just subtly staying out of the back, focus down a player and then get him killed. 20 seconds left. Can Cosmic Storm catch back up? They haven't used any of their shields yet. I'm not sure if it would help at this point, but at least give them a bit of protection to try and get those points up. With 5 seconds left, Agents of HADO win the match again with 13-3 points. Well done, those shields came in handy for Agents of HADO. Next up will be Synergy versus No. Game seems to be about to start. Here we go. Synergy versus No. No shielders from either side. Low charge rate for Synergy. So they're going to be being quite aggressive, I think. No will need to dodge if they want to compete against a Synergy. All this the exact same build, 3-4-2 for Team No. So they're going to have a very average build for speed and charge rate with a slightly higher bullet scale. Synergy's got the first point on the board. Great to see. Pushing up from player 2 for Team Synergy, but gets halted by the flurry of attacks. A shield goes up for Team No, quickly dismantled. 30 seconds left, Synergy has a 2-point lead. Some good dodging from Team No. Getting low on the floor and ducking under. Synergy have a 2-point lead, but it's very close with only 15 seconds left. No can catch this back up. There we go, 10 seconds. Great shot from Team No. Will they be able to get one more point? 4-all, going into our second overtime of the day. There we go. 2 shields go up for Synergy. No, just ignoring those shields. Focusing on getting that final KO. Who will get the first hit in? And it's Synergy. What a fantastic match. A very close match there for Synergy. They want to take these wins, so pushing it that close will guarantee this next match. Team No are going to try their hardest to take that win. Synergy probably trying to analyze what they can do better. No also doing the same thing, it looks like. I think No needs to bring in a shielder. If they don't bring in a shielder, I think it's going to be hard for them to take this next win. I think Synergy's going to go for the exact same build. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. About to get started. No shielder for either side. I do think No should have went for a shield there to combat Synergy's aggressive approach. But we'll see. It was a very close match last time. Synergy were predicting them to go for a shielder with a high charge rate from player 2. Player 3, my apologies, who has the high charge rate. 1-1, even out. Shields are going to get dismantled quickly for Team No because of Synergy's higher charge rate. Will No be able to deal with this flurry of attacks that are coming in. Yes, they will. Got 1 point lead right now. 30 seconds left. Very close. Synergy needs to get their accuracy up higher to take down those petals. If they can take those down and get another point in, and it will definitely put the pressure on Team No to get more aggressive. They do get a point in, but No retaliates quickly with one more point. 10 seconds left, 1 point difference. Can they get one more point in? Yes, they can. It evens it up. 3-3. Wow. Right at the end, Synergy takes an extra point just before pushing it to overtime. These are some fantastic games. Almost half of these games we've been pushed right to the end of that timer, where one of the teams claw it back with an extra point. It's great to see. Next up will be Agents of HADO versus T-Wolves.
How are you? What was this? Yes, back at it again. Oh, I can't hear my own voice. Oh, happy days. So, we've got Agents of HADO on the red team, T-Wolves on the blue team. With Agents of HADO taking the first point. Although T-Wolves fighting back.
One point difference.
Yeah.
Very close match.
So T-Wolves taking the lead halfway through the game. Martin popping the shield up. Can they get the shield down quick enough? Agents of HADO getting the third point. 30 seconds left. It is 3-3. All the threes neck and neck. Few life markers off both teams. Massin under a lot of pressure. Agents of HADO getting that point. Rohan running forward. Dealing with that pressure from Massin coming forward. Rohan leading at the moment. Agents of HADO got an amazing lead. too many points ahead to win the game. Agents of HADO take the lead and win the game 8-4. So with Agents of HADO taking the first match, let's take a look at some stats. 4 kills on player number 2, 30%, that's pretty good. 31 bullets on player number 6 with 3 charge, so not enough. And that's the highest in the game. Those 2 charges on the red team, 29 and 30 bullets, that's alright. Somebody on the blue team dying 5 times. I'm going to guess that's player number 4, Massin. Massin dying 4 times. I'm getting a nod from another player. It's not good. Back in the day when Massin used to be on the front line, used to dominate, used to hold it, be aggressive, and now he's got to train. Yeah. Agents of HADO have stepped up absolutely impressively. It's a lot. Yes. HADO Warp Star, like it. And the logo, they're using the logo, that's wicked. In the chat there. Hello to HADO Warp Star, who are playing today.
Yes,
so I'm not sure who that is.
They're doing a very good job. They surprised me today.
Oh, Warp Star are on it. Agents of HADO are on it. You know, it's... Some of the teams, yeah, it's just a mad mix. It's so good.
The 2 competitive games, T-Wolves and Team No, I thought were going to be up there, but Warp Star and Agents of HADO have been
This is so good.
shocking me, even against Synergy.
Yeah, the first game, Agents of HADO versus Synergy was impressive. 4 shields, 2-1-3-4 on the red team. With Agents of HADO going 4 shields. Although T-Wolves have got 2 charge each, so they should be able to get the shields down relatively easy enough if they focus the shields. 20 seconds into the game, San dropping the first shield, using the Kato method. That's when your handset is set sideways rather than the traditional vertical correct way. However, T-Wolves taking first 4 points off the game. We're halfway through the game. San, we need to get those shields up on the red team. Player number 3 need to get those shields up.
Agents of HADO cannot push forward because they just get obliterated as soon as they fall.
Yeah, they're pushing really hard forward.
That shield went up way too late for Agents of HADO to neutralise it. T-Wolves can just stay at the back now and just hide.
Agents getting a 2nd point on the board. It's possible, but you really have to be hard forward and aggressive. Got to get those shields down.
10 seconds left with a 6-point lead for T-Wolves. It's going to be a struggle.
Yep, I think it's going to go to its 3rd game.
Yep, it looks like so. Agents of HADO unfortunately unable to take this win. T-Wolves taking it out with a 7-point lead.
I'm going to come and sit with you, but I want your chair to have your chair back. So I
Thank
literally
you,
just
thank
stole Peter's chair, and he
Headphones,
just stood next
everything.
to me. I took a lot. There you go, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
32 bullets on player number 5. I hope
Very
that's
good.
on 2 charge. Oh, they were, because they were all on 2 charge. That's okay. 32 bullets on 2 charge is acceptable.
Those shields were not working very well, but T-Wolves' hit rate was insane, all above 40%.
So the good thing is I was literally training with Agents of HADO yesterday. And they did say that they don't usually train shields, which is why we were training shields yesterday. And they were dealing with the pressure yesterday. We're getting the shields up really, really well. And I think that's why they're trying to incorporate it in this tournament, utilising shields a little bit. But it's the placement, the timing, and it's the cohesion of the team to understand, I'm going to put my shield up here in this location at this point at this time. I'm going to communicate with you. So then the player can be ready to attack behind it. But as you saw, Rohan was on the front line. Rohan died. Then Stan put a shield up, which is not useful to him at the moment because he's dead. He's out of the game, so he's got to wait a few seconds. The shield goes down too quickly. It's just timing and position.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, I was a little bit technical there, but yeah, so that's what we were doing yesterday, training shields with them. And it's nice to see a new team starting to utilise shields as well. That's really good. 2-1-3-4. I rate that, actually.
I think
it's all right.
I think for this next game, I reckon Agents of HADO will need to go back to their normal approach, which is no shields and a quick attack, quick charge rate and higher bullet scale compared to using shields. It seemed to work for the first game, and it might work for this final game against T-Wolves. T-Wolves have been acing it in that game with their accuracy, so if they can keep that up, it'll be a very competitive match. We have a few technical difficulties before we start the next game, so we'll be back with it in just a moment. Yes, it is.
Alright. Just checking. Hello, world. That was the first message, Emerson. Was it in code or something?
Was the microphone still on? Oh. Maybe it is. Hopefully you're enjoying our conversations. Whoever's listening.
It doesn't have to be about HADO. Just 99%.
Yeah. That 1% we can just talk about whatever we want.
We are pushing into the third game. It is the third game.
Yes, the third game against Agents of HADO.
and T-Wolves.
Who do you think is going to win?
There was a bit of a question about tracking in the last game, but that has been dealt with, and we are pushing forward into the third game. Who do I think is going to win?
My bet's on Agents of HADO. I think they're going to claw it back. I think if they don't go for shields and they go for a very aggressive approach and get accuracy up, they've got it.
They haven't got shields, it's a straight shootout.
I think this is going to be a very good game.
I'm calling overtime.
Overtime, really? I reckon if T-Wolves can get that 40% accuracy like they did last game, they will take it. The Agents of HADO are going to be
Taking
dodging.
the first point. It's dealing with that pressure when Harley runs forward and takes those few shots. If he gets you, you're done.
Yeah.
But the fact that, he didn't get him, which was good.
That shield is doing much because it's so far behind, they can just shoot around it.
4-0 to Agents of HADO. This
Wow.
is an impressive lead.
Very good start.
So what you'll watch is that left-hand player on the blue team, Massin, he'll just sit on the front line now. Harley on the right-hand side, he'll just sit on that front line as much as they can. They'll just push hard forward. They have no choice but to push hard forward. But Harley and Massin, they're both left and right player on the blue team. They're good enough to deal with the pressure to hold forwards. I say that as Massin just died, but usually he can deal with the pressure. But look at Rohan just up, down on that front line, getting really low to that floor. Keeping his head busy. 4 points behind, 10 seconds. It is possible, but T-Wolves, you've got a big uphill struggle to do.
Agents of HADO still has 2 shields as well. They can just pop them up just to help them out. That was a very close comeback right at the end. T was getting 3 points in a very short time frame, but it just wasn't enough. Well done to Agents of HADO for taking that win.
No warp star.
No Warps are up next.
Let's have a look at those stats. 35 bullets on player number 3. I guarantee that's 3 charge, and that's not enough.
How much are you expecting for a 3 charge?
3 charge, I'd want 40 plus.
40 plus.
Generically 20 on 1, 30 on 2, 40 on 3, 65, 70 on 4, 80, 90 on 5. You've got to be up there. But again, if you're dying, that's you losing valuable charge time. So your bullets are going to be down as well. But again, player number 3 didn't die. Must have been under a lot of pressure.
player 1 having a massive highly hit rate with 46.1%. Very impressive. Right. We'll send you over to the intermission screen as the next game gets started.
Next game, it's going to be Team No on the red team. Warp Star on the blue team. So, every single game so far, Amber on the blue team in that middle player on the blue side in the, let's call it the white-grey t-shirt. She's gone shields every single game. If No have noticed she's going shields in every single game, they know that she's going to do shields again. One of them is going to have charge, and that's going to be Kieran, who is off screen, who's the only one that's logged in on the red team. Kieran's going to have 4 charge, whereas Lucas and Alfie will probably only have 2 charge each. If Kieran can get Amber's shields down quick enough, they've won. If Amber can keep those shields up long enough and keep Kieran dead, Warpstar have won. It is literally a neck and neck between both teams. Anything can happen, it's just the right strategy at the right time.
I've seen from the games Warpstar have been playing, they've been using the shields, but not really hiding behind them. More of a distraction for the other team, which have been working quite well.
That's true, actually, yeah.
They've got a very aggressive player, the one who's walking up front on Warpstar, who usually sits at the front and dodges quite well and shoots quite accurately.
Big shout out to Alex in the blue shorts. He came from quite literally nothing. I remember Alex's first day. And he's been playing 6 months, probably not even 6 months.
Wow.
Let's go with 6 months. And he's so aggressive. He's a very aggressive frontline player, can deal with a lot of pressure. And considering he's only been playing for such a short time, it's impressive.
Really good to see.
Not that this will make any sense on stream, but the screen you just had up with the numbers and stuff, you'll have to show me how that works. It looks cool.
Right, they do have a shield on Team Warpstar. I think that was player 4 who has a 5 shield.
Amber. Can they keep enough pressure on Amber so she can't even put a shield up? Yep.
Team No has got a high charge rate player on player 1 to get rid of those shields.
You'll watch as well. Alex.
There we go.
Getting enough charge.
There goes all those bullets going into the shield. But putting down 2 shields is a good move, so then they have to focus down one before they can focus down on the other.
Alex just chipping in a cheeky cross shot. We've got to get those shields down quick enough.
2-2, very close. 3-2. 40 seconds left.
3-2. Josh getting up his little bait shield up. A lot of shots going in there. This is where, Amber needs to get that shield up.
There we go, that front player from Warpstar getting that hit him, being very aggressive. 4-3 is very close, 30 seconds left.
This is good, but Amber, we need to get those 3 shields up a lot quicker.
There we go, shield comes up. Let's see those bullets go into the shield. A failed shield on Team No, and Warpstar takes advantage by taking them out.
Wow, now Warpstar are in their element. This is where Team No will run forward, and they have to get that key point.
There goes, if Warpstar can just hide behind those shields, they'll be perfectly fine. With 2 seconds left. They get another kill in. There we go.
Oh, I did not see that cheeky kill at the end. Well done.
6-4 to Warpstar. Well done. A really good approach
again
from Warpstar.
You expect Team No to win, but you've got these key teams, Agents of HADO and Warpstar, that are just coming through going, no, a little bit of training, a little bit of techie stuff. We can do it.
I think Warpstar used their shields quite well during that game, and I don't think No was able to take out those shields quick enough.
60 bullets, see 60 bullets on 4 charge and player number 1. That's exactly where you need to be.
Yeah.
So whoever player number 1 is, I'm going to guess Kieran. Well done.
You can see that Warpstar took it right at the end. I think that's when they had their 2-3 shields up, which allowed them to get those extra points in.
Just having the teams in the background having a bit of a chat. 20 bullets on 1 charge, player number 5. Again, that's where you need to be. So both teams, they're just hitting those numbers, and they're hitting the shots.
Yeah.
And they're incredible at dodging. They can see it coming. The good thing about when you're training with HADO and stuff, a lot of new players will dodge when they see the bullet. If you can see the bullet and you haven't already started moving, you have already lost. You need to start moving before you see the bullet. So you're looking at the player's arm movement rather than the bullet or the shield or whatever itself. The second your arm starts to go up, down, left or right, I'm watching your arm. Whatever your arm is doing, I'm retaliating to that method.
Yeah.
If I see that bullet, I ain't got enough time to move. You've probably hit me in some fashion.
Especially if someone's got a high charge speed. I mean, speed.
Well, yeah, high speed or big bullets. If you've got a big bullet and if I don't see it coming, well, that's it. A bullet, a size scale 5 bullet is over 2 foot in diameter. It's massive. Just getting a wave in from one of our Warp Star players. Absolutely incredible game. Incredible game. Well done.
We might be due for a reset though.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
I will be back in 2 seconds.
We have a few technical difficulties, I guess, getting sorted out. So we'll send you to the holder screen and wait until the next games get started.
We are back with the microphone. Please don't do that. That's annoying. I mean, I like how I said that to myself. If I was listening now, I'd be like, don't do that.
Yeah.
So don't do it again.
People want to hear you sing, Ash.
I need a second career. Some of these teams are so good. I'm trying to keep up with them. But they are just training heavy and they're doing so well. Again, shout out to these teams coming through. It's absolutely incredible. And especially, I genuinely want to give a shout out to Cosmic Storm. Yes, they have a sub today because their third player isn't here today. Don't know why, but hey ho. So they've got a third player. I'm not sure what their third team member is, but there's a couple of players on Cosmic Storm. If they start training, again, that's another new team coming through. I think Cosmic Storm are the second youngest team in the UK, I believe.
Wow.
By time and probably by age as well. The actual youngest by time and age is Devourers, who are not here today. Big shout out to Devourers. But I believe they're the youngest team in Europe. But again, those two new teams coming through, they're going to be pushing the likes of Team No, Agents of HADO, Warpstar up. But then Team No, Agents of HADO and Warpstar are going to push us up, and we're going to push up towards other teams around Europe, and just the sport just gets better.
It's definitely getting more competitive, as we can see from a few upsets Warpstar and Agents of HADO shown their very good prowess.
One thing which isn't going to be able to be on screen at the moment, something I need to show you, Peter, because I've been doing HADO for over 7 years. I've got photos, videos, evidence and stuff from all previous UK championships, loads of mixes, loads of monthly tournaments from around the country from like 5-6 years ago. I want to show you some of the old videos. It's so good. And to watch some of these old school teams still playing and just how they were back then compared to how they are now, the level is just tenfold increased. It's wicked.
If you took one of those old school teams and brought them to face someone of now, do you think they would stand a chance?
No. So I'm not going to mention any team names because it doesn't matter who it is. However, there is one team in mind that they are a really good team. No, because you guys aren't old enough. We're talking about teams from 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
I've got a team in mind, and if they were to come here right now today and time warp forwards, they would get demolished by every single team here today. That is how much everyone has increased. It's incredible. The teams that used to be, that still play today, they were good, but we are so much better now. It's incredible. Especially Alex. Literally, Alex, I did give you a shout out about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well done. Literally, I'm calling out Team No, Agents of HADO, and Warpstar, and Cosmic Storm. New teams that are coming through, just pushing up, putting all teams. Ooh, okay, right. We're gonna pinpoint this moment. Alex has just said he's going to the World Cup in 2 years. And the Euro. Okay, we'll see.
We've
Very
seen the
impressive.
footage in 2 years.
And
This
see, and see
moment.
what
We'll,
Alex
we'll
did.
clip it. We'll clip it, and we'll rerun it.
Clip this moment and in 2 years, if Alex is in the World Cup, then play it at the World Cup.
If you do, you owe me a tenner. However, yes, so just to come back to the seriousness of the matter, we do have the two current teams downstairs talking to the ref, Team No and Warpstar. One of the teams is downstairs because Warpstar is upstairs. They are debating with the head ref as to the outcome of the last match. I think two of the headsets have just disconnected, which is fine.
Yeah, they're debating from the last match where there was error with the technical.
Technical, yes. Well, they're calling technical. Aris, yo, sorry. Literally just looking in the chat. Aris, if you're still here, hello. They're just debating as to whether to rerun the last game. We do have an answer, and the answer is a no reset.
No reset, so that means Warpstar does take that win.
Warpstar won the first game. We are pushing on to the second game.
It's not all out for No. They still have a chance of taking the next match and pushing it to the third game. So stay tuned.
You need to teach me all this cool stuff. Loads of stuff on the screen, and I'm just like, yeah, it's connected to the internet.
Yes, yes it is. We're using OBS.
So we do have the official answer then. It is a no rerun. We are pushing forward into game number 2.
Yeah. I think Warpstar, given their performance from today and just that match itself, they are gonna win this match, I think.
Especially, I want to give a shout out. They've got a sub player, Amber, on the blue team. Is probably the only player that's currently logged in the grey t-shirt. She is a sub today for Warpstar. She usually plays for Triple Threat. She's done shields a lot today, so for her to be able to fit into the dynamic of Alex and Josh to push forward and win the game is incredible.
It's really good to see.
It just shows as well, there's a lot of teams out there that only work well together as their team, and the second you remove or replace a member, it all falls apart. And I feel like there's a lot of teams now, and especially just a couple of teams up here, that are really good and flexible in being able to have
Definitely.
new players come in and sub for a team and stuff.
There's a double-edged sword when it comes to that. Having a good, solid team that works well together and only together. And sometimes it's better to have individual players who can mix around. But here we go.
That's why we do mixer tournaments. Second Saturday of every month. 5 shields. 1, 2, 2, 5. Okay. I mean, she used all 6 points this time.
Yeah, that's good to see.
And
Instantly
Timo take the
KO.
first point. Amber, you need to understand that you are the shielder. You are under the most pressure. If you can't put a shield up, it's a 3v2 battle. So they're gonna put Amber, the shielder, under a lot of pressure.
She needs to push up and put her shield up just like she has now. But I think with No, they know to get rid of those shields. Puts up the second shield quite quickly, which is really good to see. Hiding behind those shields and get those hits in. Warpstar needs to get those KOs in. If they can up their accuracy, they can take this win. 40 seconds left, only 1 point difference.
2-0 to
2-0.
Team No. Anything can happen at the moment. 2-1, they take the first point.
We've still got 2 shields left from the shielder that needs to go up. With only 30 seconds left.
Yep.
But No is keeping that shielder down.
I feel like she's going to stack both at the same time, which may be the play with what they did in the last game, which got them those key points at the end of the game.
Some fantastic dodging from Team Warpstar.
Yep, Josh is going to utilise that shield. Amber's going to come forward. Alex
10
needs
seconds
to
left.
run forward. Alex, get those shields.
If they can get 1 more point, they can push it into overtime. Will they be able to do it? Yes, they will. 3-3.
Wow.
Even them out.
And it goes into
Going into
overtime.
overtime.
This is good.
No shields left at all on Team No. 1 weak shield left on Warpstar.
I would recommend Alex not to use it, although he is using it. Alex, you should have charged, go straight attack.
They've only got 1 petal, 2 of their players, so it's going to be a very close whoever can get that accuracy in. A push up from one Team No's player.
Team Warpstar are clumping together. Can they spread out enough to get that key point.
One of the Warp Star players gets hits
Team No take the win for game number 2.
in overtime. 4-3. Very close match.
What's the score? 4-3.
4-3.
Just said it, I wasn't listening. Woo, game number 3.
72 bullets used from Team No's player, which is very high. For a charge rate of 4, which is fantastic to see. 72 bullets on charge rate 4.
That's good. Bear in mind this was in overtime as well.
Right, yes.
But still, if we remove overtime, you're going to be in the 60s. That's exactly where you want to be, so that is good.
Just one big burst, but then it's fine for the rest of the game. For like 2 seconds. Yeah.
We'll be getting ready for the third and final match soon.
It may have caused me to die, but that might have also just been me not.
It's going to be a very close match with Team No versus Warp Star. I think they're both very even. If Warp Star can place those shields down in a better time and utilize them a bit better, I think they will be able to take this. Team No, though, handling the pressure even despite their technical issues, and able to take down Warp Star in that game. Here we go, the third and final match. No versus Warp Star. Same loadout again for both teams. One shielder for Warp Star, one higher charge rate for Team No to get to take down those shields. Who is going to take the first point? It's a close match, and No takes out the first point. Takes out a very aggressive player from Warp Star, who usually pushes forward, shutting them down. They're trying to push forward again. I managed to do so, but 2 shields go down from Team No to block out any aggressive approach. First shield from Team Warp Star goes up and allows them to get a point in. Those shields from Team No need to get broken down, which they do to allow Warp Star to get those hits in. Unfortunately, the shielder for Warp Star goes down. Some good dodging from both sides. It's a very tight match, 30 seconds left with only a 2-point difference. They can catch up Warp Star. Their shielder needs to put up a shield, which they do, winning up. Will they take that down? Yes, they do. No takes that down, takes down the shield very quickly, removing any threat that it might have. There's a 1-point difference, 10 seconds left, 2-point difference now. Warp Star needs to get their hits in. If they can push into overtime again. But 3 seconds left, I don't think it's going to happen this time. And there we go. No takes the win against Team Warp Star, 5-3.
Yes, if you could do that with me, just sort of keep over. So there'll be a small intermission.
They are swapping some kits over due to those technical errors, so there will be a small intermission before we start the next game, which will be Cosmic Storm versus Synergy. We'll be right back as soon as that's done. seem to be about to get started. Sorry for the delay. Here we go. Cosmic Storm versus Synergy. A shielder from Synergy, which is the first time they've brought that out. It's interesting to see. Cosmic Storm, I don't think they have the charge rate to deal with the shield, so it's going to work out in Synergy's favour. Oh, they do have someone with a higher charge rate, so they can take down those shields quite quickly, which is good to see. We just need to see. There's the first shield from player 5 on Team Synergy. There we go, get those shields. You heard it in the background. If they can get rid of those shields, Team Synergy will have a much harder time taking out their players. With 45 seconds left, Synergy brings in a 3-point lead, which is good to see. Cosmic Storm trying to attack from the side, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. Those shields need to get taken down because player 5 and player 6 on Team Synergy are just hiding behind it, and they can just get some KOs. Because of that, they're just basically invisible right now. Team Synergy doesn't even need to worry about getting a hit. The shield has one more shield. There we go. That's that last shield going up. Those shields need to get broken down. With an 8-point lead and 10 seconds left, it's going to be very hard for Cosmic Storm to catch back up. Synergy doing a good job of dodging and accuracy. There goes the first game. 4-13 to Team Synergy. Very high hit rate from 2 players on Synergy, 70% and 55%. That is an incredible percentage. That means they are hitting almost every single shot. Well, the 55% is only half of their shots, but 70% is very good for their players. That means their accuracy is there, and Cosmic Storm isn't able to dodge those high bullet scales. Thank you for HADO Warpstar for sending those messages in. And James Busby. Here we are, going to the second round. Cosmic Storm versus Synergy. I think Cosmic Storm may go for a second higher charge rate to try and deal with those shields that Shamai on Team Synergy are putting down. Because if they can't get rid of those shields, they can't hit the players and get points. And I definitely think they need to get that. Synergy probably just working out, do they need that shielder? Has that round done the job that they needed, and now they're just going for a very aggressive approach? Maybe. I think Synergy is going to keep with a shielder. So I think Cosmic Storm will also continue with the high charge rate player. Everyone seems to be ready. Just waiting for a few players to clean off the court. There we go. Here we are into the second game, Cosmic Storm versus Synergy. Synergy have continued to go for a shielder, because the Storm have got someone with a high charge rate. It'll be good to see who can take down those shields. So Cosmic Storm staying at the back. Both shields from Team Synergy coming up for an aggressive approach. You can see on the left-hand side on the side of the blue side, they're just hiding behind the shield. They can just sit there. They're not. The shield's not getting broken, so they're not in any risk of getting hit. The shield goes down, but quickly goes back up to just camp out at the back and just snipe from there, leading a 6-point lead. Ash coming up, player 5 coming up, staying low, just sniping out. Cosmic Storm are getting quite badly attacked. They're not dodging, they're not ducking, they're not diving, they're not sliding, which is leading to an 8-point gap in the lead. Cosmic Storm, I think, needs to push up and break those shields to get past Team Synergy. With 5 seconds left, I think it's going to be hard for Cosmic Storm to catch back up. And time's up. Cosmic Storm 3, Team Synergy 14. Next match up will be T-Wolves versus No.
Oh, T-Wolves, no! It's the game to look out for.
Here we go, T-Wolves versus No. This is a very highly anticipated match for today. Two very even teams, so we'll see who can take the win.
Indeed.
Here we go. No shielders for either side. A very base. A very simple loadout for T-Wolves. 4-3-2 for most of them. So an even charge rate. Much higher bullet scale for Team No, so it's going to be harder time for T-Wolves to dodge. If anything from last game is to show, dodging is massive for them. Both teams really, to really dodge those bullets. If they can't dodge them, then they'll be taken out, and then they won't be able to shoot as much. So far it is very even, 2-2, 2-3 now. No having a 2-point lead. Very close match though. I think if T-Wolves can dodge and start getting on an aggressive approach and get that accuracy up higher, they'll be able to catch back up. There we go. Push up and a shield, which is good to see. They're hiding behind that shield, which is working really well. Team No isn't breaking down that shield, so they could just hide behind it for a little longer. No puts down their own shield to retaliate, and it gets quickly just broken. They're pushing forward, T-Wolves, which is really good to see. Are they able to dodge? Unfortunately, they're taken out by those large bullet scales. And there we go, 4-9 to Team No. Our apologies, a few technical issues. We had to restart the software, but we'll get back to the next game very shortly. Here we are. Let's go. No shielders for either team this time. So it's a straight shootout. Team versus Team No. No took quite a big lead last time with 5-point difference. But T-Wolves managed to take the first point. It was a very close game at the start. Let's see if it's going to be the same. Some good shooting from T-Wolves, really good accuracy. Getting then the enemy down to lower petals, which is really good to see. 2-1 to T-Wolves. Both sides have shields, both sides lose their shields, and T-Wolves lose a point because of that shield going down. Both teams having a really high bullet scale, so it's good to see that they're managing to dodge that. T-Wolves, 3-2, 1 point lead, 30 seconds left. They can come back, Team No. It's just if they get more aggressive and push forward like they have just done now, that shield is going to become massive help. Because neither side have a very high fast charge rate, they can't break those shields as quickly. Very neck and neck. 10 seconds left, 5-5. Will this go into overtime? 6-5. Team No has come back. Oh my goodness, 2 seconds left. Team No take the match right at the end. You can see in the last 20 seconds, Team No took 4 points from T-Wolves. T-Wolves having 3 points in the 24 seconds.
Agents Red, Warsaw.
Very impressive shooting. Good hit rate from player 6 on Team No. And the bullets used from T-Walls were a good solid amount. But I think needs to push it up to those 30 ranges on the charge rate too. The next game will be Agents of HADO versus Warp Star. And then after that, Cosmic Storm and T-Walls, and Warp Star versus Synergy for the final match of the day. Here we go. A very exciting match for today. Agents of HADO versus Warp Star. Let's go. Here we are. Warp Star has their shielder.
I'm coming in. This is the game of the day for me. It's the set of the day. Agents of HADO on the red team, Warp Star on the blue team.
5 bullet scale for one of the player 3 on Agents of HADO. Very interesting. No shields yet from Warp Star. I think they need to start putting those shields down.
So we've got
want to get hit.
Alex on the blue team, blue shorts, pushing forward hard on that front line.
It didn't seem to be working out because they got taken out as soon as they come up. There we go. There's the first shield. Agents of HADO won't be able to deal with that shield very well because they don't have a fast charge rate.
3, 2, 1 on charge.
5-3, 6-3, tail Warp Star. It's a close match that Agents of HADO can bring this back. They need to get rid of those shields. Those shields are just lasting there for way too long. I think if Warp Star just put 2 more shields in that time, they would have taken this by storm.
So even without the shields, on that middle blue player number 4, they're doing really, really well.
There we go, there's another shield.
Now,
you can see they're charging up.
The question is, do you shoot those shields or do you focus Alex?
I think you shoot those shields because they're just hiding behind them.
Now Alex is behind a shield, he's deadly.
They can't deal with those shields because of their charge rate though.
Oh, head to head. Nice.
Wow. 11-4 to Warp Star. I think Agents of HADO will realise that they cannot deal with those shields. So they're going to up their charge rate. At least one of their players need a fast charge rate to deal with those shields. Because if not, they've lost the next game. A great hit rate from player 5, 61%. And almost 20 bullets on a charge rate 1 as well from both player 5 and 6 from Warp Star. What a fantastic show. Using their resources really well. Here we are. You can see Agent of HADO discussing what stats they're going to put in. I think one of their players will go for a faster charge rate. I don't believe a shielder will help them. I think they dodge quite well, given the right opportunity. So I think charge rate and then 2 tacticians will definitely serve them well. I think Warpstar, given how well that round went, I don't think they're going to change their tactics. I think they're going to stick with 1 shielder and 2 tacticians. If they change it up, it'll be very interesting to see. And I think if they read it right, they could win it if they changed to all attackers. But let's see, they haven't changed it once for today, so I don't believe they need to either. There we go, 5 seconds left. Let's go. Shield is there, and they have a faster charge rate. 4 shield, 4 charge rate.
Double shield!
Very interesting. This is going to be a good game.
I'm putting my money on Agents for this.
I think Warpstar is still going to keep it. There we go, Agents of HADO taking the first point. 15 seconds into the match, they're 1-1. No shields up for either team. Very interesting.
Rohan
Tried pushing up, but
Rohan is
taken
the
out.
shielder. Is that correct?
Player 1 is the shield on Agents of HADO. They're all just staying at the back. They need to push up if they want to get in. Those shields are still staying there for way too long for Warpstar. Because Agents of HADO is just not tagging those shields.
So what's happening is the shielder on the red team is getting that focused about shooting, forgot to put the shields up.
Yeah.
Now Amber's counter shielding, way too late. He's
20
using his own shield. You've got to move. You're the shielder now. Move out the way. Let your attacker take that shield.
Yep, he's staying behind the shield, not his attackers.
Okay, that's good, but not enough.
Good shield, yeah, but I think it was too late again. A great showcasing from Warpstar using good tactics and teamwork. 13-3 to Warpstar.
Well done, Warpstar.
Great match.
Incredible.
Yeah. Warpstar have been a shining team today. It's really impressive to see. 57.8% hit rate for player 5 on Team Warpstar. I think their shielder is doing a really good job. They've definitely improved throughout today. Yeah, as you can see, the player 1 just on Agent of HADO didn't use their shields early enough. Either they couldn't or they didn't use them, so their attackers couldn't push up and put a bit more pressure on them. Very interesting to see. Next up will be Cosmic Storm versus T-Wolves. This is the penultimate episode? Penultimate match before the final, which will be Warpstar versus Synergy. We'll head over to the intermission screen before this next match gets started. we go. Cosmic Storm versus T-Wolves. Let's go. No shielders, straight shootout. It's going to be a very interesting game. Who's going to have the accuracy and who's going to be able to dodge better? Let's see, no points on the board yet. 10 seconds in. Both teams staying close to the wall at the back, not pushing up forward. Oh, T-Wolves slowly moving forward. Are they going to be the first one to get the point? Yes, they are. 1 point each. Both teams are slowly trying to push up forward. No shields yet from either side. 1 point each, 2 points each. Very evenly matched. Halfway through, T-Wolves takes a slight lead, 1 point ahead. Good dodging and good accuracy from both sides. There we go, T-Wolves are pushing forward. Are they? And they get pushed straight back. That was a risky move, it didn't work out for them. 5-5, 20 seconds left. There's the first shield of the match. I think that shield was well placed because they got that kill. I think if they can just stay at the back, they don't need to push up now, they can just play quite defensively. Then 10 seconds left. Here we go, 7-7, 5 seconds left. Will this get pushed into overtime? 1 second, yes it will. Here we are into overtime. Let's see who can take this win. Here goes off T-Wolves. T-Wolves take the win. Well done. 7-8 to T-Wolves.
Wow.
Yes, wow.
Wow.
60% hit rate for player 5. Fantastic showing. Player 2 with 47 used bullets. Let's see what their charge rate was. Charge rate of 4? Yeah, so they want to get that used bullets quite a bit higher because of that 4 charge rate. They're aiming for about 60 bullets used, I believe, with a charge rate of 4. We'll be moving on to the second round of this Cosmic Storm versus T-Wolves. We can see if Cosmic Storm can bring it back. I think they can.
Come on, Cosmic Storm, let's have them.
Here we go. Let's start our next game. Let's see who can take this one. No shields again. It's very same loadout. Faster bullet speed for T-Wolves compared to Cosmic Storm, but Cosmic Storm has a slightly bigger bullet scale. They have one player who has went for a 4 charge rate on Cosmic Storm. I don't think that's going to help them out too much because there's no shielder from either side. T-Wolves staying at the back. Cosmic Storm slowly pushing forward. Those are very fast bullets, but Cosmic Storm is handling that very well and dodging really well. 2-1, 50 seconds left. Great shot from Cosmic Storm to take out the player on the left-hand side of T-Wolves. Good look up from T-Wolves to dodge that bullet, but unfortunately that 360 into the bullet from Cosmic Storm lands. 30 seconds left, 2-point difference. Those shields from T-Wolves are working, they're hiding behind them, but with the 1-point difference, 20 seconds this can go either way. We got people cheering on. We got people cheering on T-Wolves in the chat. I mean, cheering on Cosmic Storm. Cosmic Storm with 3-point difference, 2 seconds left. Unfortunately, cannot take the win. That last 20 seconds where T-Wolves got 2 points, but Cosmic Storm only got 1, seems to have been nail biter. Hit rates are lower from both sides, meaning that both sides were dodging really, really well. Really good showcase for both teams.
Four, 6, 7, 4, 7.
5-7 to T-Wolves. We have one more final match for the day. Warp Star versus Synergy. I think Warp Star have been showing a really good play start today, so I think they're going to give Synergy a run for their money. I think it'll be a very close match, so stay tuned. The final game of today. Warp Star versus Synergy. This is going to be a very close game. A very high charge rate for one of the players on Team Synergy, player 4, to deal with the Warp Star shield that they've been utilising all of today. Here comes one of the shields, I think. They're trying to push forward. There we go. First shield down. And instantly getting targeted by the high charge rate from Team Synergy. There's a second shield. And a charge rate going up to take down that shield very quickly again. 1 point each, 2 points now to Team Synergy. 1 point difference, 45 seconds left. Very good job from both sides. Warpstar holding their own against Team Synergy quite well. Will another shield go up? Yes, it does. I don't think those shields will last too long because of the fast charge rate player coming up and taking down those shields. I think they need to target the assassin. Warpstar needs to target player 4 so then they can keep their shields up longer. So rock, paper, scissors battle to this game. There we go. There's the assassin down. That shield can just hold it, but it's not being used. Another shield goes down. And it's getting targeted down. With 2 point difference. Synergy take the first match. $75 from the player 4 on Team Synergy. A lot of moving from the red team, which is good to see. I think Warpstar should change it up and get rid of that shielder and focus on just attacking and dodging. I reckon Synergy is going to go for another high charge rate for their player. But if they get rid of that shielder, that high charge rate player basically will have no real role apart from getting it very accurate. They can shoot a lot, but without that accuracy, they're not going to be able to do too much damage because their bullet scale will be so small. Let's see, both teams are discussing what move to do next. I reckon Synergy is going to keep it the same. I don't think they're going to change it up. I think they're going to have a high charge rate and 2 attackers. I think Wolfstar are going to change it up. I think they're going to go for a full attack. Ooh, is that player 4 teasing what they've got? So a high charge rate? Are they going to change it now to try and mislead Warpstar? There we go. Teams are getting into their final decisions. Let's see who will win.
Red team, are you ready? Yeah. Blue team, are you ready?
Here we are, both teams are ready. The round is about to start. Will this be the final one, or will they push into the third round? Here we go, let's see their stats. Okay, it's a straight shootout. No shielders on Team Synergy. Warpstar have went for a high charge rate player. Without a shielder, it's going to be dodging central. Who's going to have the better accuracy? So from the looks of it, Synergy's got a high charge, normal charge speed, and focusing on a high bullet scale and bullet speed compared to Warpstar's regular approach, but instead of a shielder, they've got a high charge rate. 2-2, 30 seconds in. Very close. 3-3. Good job. They decimated play 6, I think, on Synergy when they tried to push forward. Slowly charging up both sides. 30 seconds left. There's only a 2-point lead. Warpstar can catch back up. A shield goes up for Team Synergy, but gets quickly taken down. And then it allows them to get a point in. 3-point difference, 15 seconds left. Warpstar can catch back up. There we go. 10 seconds left. There's still a 3-point difference. Good shooting from both teams. 5 seconds. 10-6 to Team Synergy. I think that was a much closer game compared to the last one. Warpstar definitely making the right decision and deciding to increase their charge rate rather than having a shielder, I think. It was really good dodging from both sides and a good hit rate as well. Actually, looking at it, maybe if Warpstar stayed with their shielder, they could have played more defensively. But who knows, that was a really good game either way. 6-10 to Team Synergy. That was the final game of today.
Do you want the scores? Have you done them? You can do them if you want. That is correct. And then I'll do them.
Here we are. So for the scores today, we have in 6th place Cosmic Storm. In 5th place we have T-Wolves. In 4th place we have Agents of HADO. In 3rd place we have Warpstar. In 2nd place we have No. And in 1st place we have Team Synergy. It was a fantastic showing of all the teams today. I think for my favourite, Warpstar and Agents of HADO did a really good match. Especially Warpstar versus Agents of HADO. That was a really intense game. So we all hope you have enjoyed watching from home today. We'll see you again next time.